Chosen one. A hidden source of wealth is coming to light. God decided. There are times when the world feels quiet around you, but in that silence, something mighty is unfolding. Something long concealed, something precious and life-changing is coming into your awareness. You may not have seen it before. You may not have even thought to look there, but the divine has. And now, God has decided that the curtain must fall and reveal what has been waiting in the shadows. A hidden source of wealth prepared just for you. Not an accident, not a coincidence, but a sacred, divinely timed unveiling. Chosen one, you are being guided into a breakthrough that has been set in motion long before you could imagine. What was once invisible to the eyes is now coming into your life with undeniable force. Chosen one, this is your moment. Watch this video all the way through, because what you're about to hear will not only confirm what your soul already knows, it will charge your spirit to receive it. Drop your warmest wishes in the comments and type 99 to energize the power of the universe. This is a chapter about wishes coming true. The energy of fulfillment is activated when you speak, when you write, when you believe. Don't hold back. Speak your blessings into being. Write it out. Believe that it's already happening, because it is. Now, chosen one, like this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and listen carefully. This hidden source of wealth isn't just about money. It's deeper than currency. This is about divine inheritance. This is about a stream of blessings that have been tucked away, protected by God until the perfect moment. And that moment is now. You are being drawn to it like a magnet. And every step forward from this day on is leading you closer. You may have thought the delays were denials, but they were divine protections. God was shielding this blessing from unprepared hands, from environments that could have corrupted it, from timing that would have squandered it. But now the conditions are perfect, and your soul is aligned. You are ready. Your energy has matured. The universe recognizes you. The signs have been subtle, but they've been there. The whispers, the synchronicities, the repeated dreams or gut feelings pulling you in a certain direction. You've sensed something big, something just out of sight. And though it wasn't yet revealed, your spirit has been preparing. Sometimes it's not about doing more. It's about being still enough to recognize what's already near. This hidden source has been orbiting your life, waiting for your consciousness to catch up. It may come through a person, an idea, a moment of inspiration, or a life-changing opportunity that appears ordinary on the surface. But pay attention. What seems small could be the key that unlocks everything. You have passed many spiritual tests. You have endured seasons where you gave without return, where you believed without proof, where you stood firm without applause. You stayed faithful. You remained kind. You didn't allow the world's cruelty to poison your spirit. And because of that, your harvest was stored up in a sacred space. The wealth that is coming isn't random. It's repayment. It's return. It's the divine multiplication of every seed you've sown in silence. That hidden source was always yours, but now it's no longer hidden. Now it's active. Now it's seeking you. You may feel like nothing's happening right now, but behind the scenes, a divine transaction is taking place. The gears of fate are turning. The spiritual forces assigned to your life are organizing people, circumstances, and moments that will align like a master puzzle. Your responsibility is to remain aware, stay connected, and walk boldly. Don't doubt what you're feeling. Don't question what's shifting. If doors are closing, it's because a new gate, an ancient one, is opening. And through that gate comes your hidden blessing, shining now for all to see. You were never meant to live in lack. Lack was only meant to develop your sight, to teach you to value more than material, to guide you into deeper wisdom. You now walk with the knowing that your worth is not in what you have, but in who you are. And because of that, what you have is about to overflow. Your bank account, your home, your opportunities. These are about to reflect the wealth already vibrating in your spirit. You're not chasing wealth. You are wealth. And that's why it's chasing you. That's why it's showing up through unexpected channels. That's why it's arriving now, because you've become the match for it. This wealth isn't just for you. It's coming through you. It's meant to bless others, shift lives, and create ripple effects. The hidden source coming to light is not just a reward, it's a responsibility. You're going to be entrusted with more because you've proven your heart can handle it. You've shown that you can be generous, wise, and unshaken. And the universe knows you won't misuse what's coming. You'll grow it, nurture it, share it, and multiply it. Because that's who you are. That's what you were chosen to do. Even when you felt forgotten, you were being remembered. Even when you felt behind, you were being positioned. That delay you hated was a layer of divine strategy. If this had come any sooner, it would have been blocked. If it had come in another form, you might have overlooked it. But this arrival, this wealth, this manifestation, it's coming exactly how you need it. God has orchestrated every detail, every person, every twist in your journey to make sure it reaches you. So stay open. Let go of how you thought it would arrive. This isn't about effort anymore. It's about alignment. Listen to your intuition. Follow the inner nudges. Answer that unexpected call. Check that message again. Pay attention to recurring signs. Because the universe is talking, and it's leading you straight to your breakthrough. A source that was buried deep, covered in divine timing, is being uncovered just for you. You were never meant to find it before now. But now is the time. You're entering a season where what you thought was lost will be returned. Where what was hidden will be revealed. Where what seemed impossible will become your new normal. You're going to experience ease where there once was struggle. You'll look around and realize the very thing you prayed for is now in your hands, and more. Because the divine doesn't return things the same way. It always comes back multiplied, beautified, glorified. And this hidden wealth is coming with that divine signature all over it. Trust that you are guided. Trust that you are prepared. The source of wealth coming to light may look unlike anything you expected, but your spirit will recognize it. You will feel a deep yes in your soul. And when that moment comes, act on it. Step into it. Don't hesitate. Don't overthink. That's the moment everything changes. That's the divine delivery. That's the arrival of what has been trying to find you for so long. You are not unlucky. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are chosen. And the time has come. The flow is beginning. The locks are coming off. And the door to your hidden wealth is wide open. This is only the beginning. The light is shining. The truth is surfacing. And the reward is on its way. The path you're walking now is different. Something in you has shifted. Even if the external doesn't fully reflect it yet, internally, there's a new fire, a quiet certainty. You can feel the movement. You can sense something ancient coming alive within you. And you're right. What's unfolding now was spoken over your life before your first breath. The wealth that's about to emerge was hidden not because you weren't worthy, but because the timing wasn't ripe. There were things your soul had to grow through first. Lessons that had to be etched into your spirit. And now that your inner foundation is strong, the outer manifestations are coming to meet you. The divine doesn't reveal treasure to those not ready to carry its weight. It doesn't open access to sacred abundance unless the vessel is ready. And now, you are. You've been refined. What tried to break you only shaped you. You were placed in pressure, not for punishment, but to bring forth the diamond that was always buried within. You're not coming into this with shallow desires or surface goals. You're stepping into this season with vision, clarity, and strength that cannot be shaken. That's what makes this moment sacred. That's why this hidden wealth is finally being brought into your hands. And it's not going to look like the world expects. It's not necessarily some glittering pile of gold, though financial blessings are very much part of it. This hidden source is multidimensional. It may come through a relationship that opens doors, a contract that seemed impossible, an idea that no one else understood, a breakthrough in your business, a chance encounter, a shift in location, a legacy left behind. It could be intellectual wealth, spiritual insight, or creative genius that opens floodgates of favor. But whatever it looks like, it will be undeniably yours, unshakable, marked by divine fingerprints. You'll know it's your wealth because it will feel familiar to your soul even if it's new to your life. It will feel like something you've known in dreams, like something you've carried in your spirit long before you saw it in the physical. That's because this wealth is not being created. It's being revealed. It already existed. It was waiting, protected in a realm of divine timing, locked away until you were ready to receive. And now everything is accelerating. You'll notice more synchronicities, conversations that lead to divine connections, doors that swing open where others were shut, resources that once seemed out of reach now flowing freely. This is not random. This is wealth finding its rightful owner. This is provision aligning with purpose. This is heaven delivering what was long reserved in your name. You may not feel ready. You may wonder if you're qualified. But let this be your confirmation. You are. You're not just ready, you're the only one who could steward this blessing correctly. This hidden source was not for anyone else. That's why others couldn't find it. That's why doors closed for them that will open for you. That's why what looked like missed opportunities were really redirections. Your wealth was never lost. It was simply hidden until now. Don't be surprised if you feel a pull to do things differently in this season. The old patterns won't apply to this new level. You're being guided by a higher intelligence, and it's moving you toward places and people who are carrying keys to your next elevation. Stay open to unfamiliar paths. Be willing to release what no longer aligns. Don't try to force the familiar when the divine is trying to bring you something better. This wealth will not be born out of striving. It will flow through surrender, through trust, through alignment with your true self. And let's talk about trust. Because trusting the unseen is where most people fall short. But not you. You've learned to trust when the evidence isn't there. You've learned to keep going when the path felt unclear. That's why this wealth is being revealed to you. Because you trust. Because you believe. Because your faith has created space where divine supply can now pour in. This isn't just for one moment. This is the start of a continual unfolding. A river that doesn't stop. Once this hidden source reveals itself, it opens a portal. A new frequency that continues to attract, continues to build, continues to expand. You're not just receiving wealth. You're stepping into a lifestyle of divine overflow. One breakthrough leads to the next. One connection leads to another. And before you know it, what was once hidden becomes your everyday reality. But here's the beauty. You won't be changed by the wealth. You'll remain grounded, humble, empowered, not inflated. Because this wealth is an extension of who you already are. It's not there to define you. It's there to reflect you. Your value doesn't increase because of what's arriving. What's arriving is increasing because of your value. You've already made the hard decisions. You've walked away from what no longer served you. You've sacrificed. You've stood alone. You've been misunderstood. And the divine saw all of it. Nothing was wasted. Every tear, every disappointment, every closed door, it was all counted. And now what's been counted is being returned in the form of wealth you didn't expect, but deeply deserve. You will wake up one day soon and realize that the life you once prayed for is surrounding you. That the doors that once felt locked now open automatically. That the energy of lack has been replaced with the power of provision. And all of it will feel like grace. It will feel like ease. It will feel like divine timing. And you'll know, it's not just happening to you, it's happening for you. On purpose, with purpose. You are a divine magnet right now. You are carrying a frequency that calls out to wealth buried deep in the folds of this world. It's rising to the surface because it recognizes you, your voice, your energy, your vision. All of it is a match for the very thing the world has tried to convince you didn't exist. But it does. It's here. It's yours. So take a deep breath. Center yourself. Release all doubt. The unveiling is in motion. The delivery is underway. The floodgates are loosening, and the current of divine wealth is sweeping in your direction. There's a sacred silence before something monumental arrives. It's not the silence of emptiness. It's the silence of preparation. A divine hush that signals you're standing on the threshold of revelation. And chosen one, this is exactly where you are right now. You're not lost. You're not stagnant. You're not forgotten. You're in the pause between the planting and the sprouting. And while the world may not see the shift yet, your spirit does. It's alert. It's watching. It knows what's coming. The hidden source of wealth is closer than ever, no longer buried beneath layers of delay, but breaking through the soil of divine timing. This is the moment when things start happening suddenly, not randomly, but suddenly, because everything that was once hidden has been prepared in layers. The divine does not build quickly, it builds deeply, and the deeper the foundation, the higher the blessing. That's why your journey felt longer than most. Because what's being brought to light is not average. It's extraordinary. It's something others couldn't handle. It's something only you could steward. And now, the universe is responding to your frequency with a release so powerful, it will shift everything. People around you may not understand. They might question the sudden blessings, the open doors, the ease with which things start flowing to you. Let them question. Let them wonder. They didn't see the years of quiet work. They didn't witness the inner battles you won. They don't know how many times you chose faith when fear was loud. But heaven saw it all. And heaven rewards in fullness. The wealth that's arriving will be impossible to ignore, not because it's flashy, but because it's undeniable. It will have a purity, a peace, a purpose woven into every thread. And here's what you must understand in this season. Your wealth is not just material. It's energetic, it's spiritual, it's relational, it's creative, it's intuitive. The source being revealed to you is comprehensive, it's holistic. It touches every area of your life. You're not just about to receive more money. You're about to receive divine ideas, soul-aligned people, healing in the places you didn't even realize were wounded, and opportunities that match your deepest calling. This is the kind of wealth that sustains, uplifts, and transforms everything it touches. You were never meant to live paycheck to paycheck. You were never meant to just survive. You were designed to thrive, to expand, to bless others through your abundance. That's why this hidden source is surfacing now. Because you've proven you won't hoard it. You'll circulate it. You'll build with it. You'll create with it. You'll inspire with it. This is divine trust in motion. You're not just receiving wealth, you're being entrusted with it. There are gifts within you that the world hasn't seen yet. Not because you've been hiding, but because the stage wasn't ready. But now it is. And as your gifts come forward, the hidden wealth tied to them will flow effortlessly. You'll no longer have to beg for recognition or chase opportunities. The energy you carry will magnetize everything you need. This is not arrogance. It's alignment. When you operate from your highest truth, everything that resonates with that truth will find you. Be mindful of who you share your visions with in this season. Not everyone will understand, and that's okay. Protect the sacred. Guard the revelation. Speak life into your path, but don't waste breath convincing those who can't see. Your wealth is not for their validation. It's for your elevation. And as you rise, those meant to rise with you will recognize you. They'll speak the same spiritual language. They'll feel like home. And together, you'll multiply what's being brought to light. This wealth was never about status. It was always about impact, about building something eternal, about creating spaces where others could find hope, healing, and inspiration through what you've birthed. You're not just receiving for yourself. You're receiving for generations, for communities, for those who come after you. And because your heart is clean, because your motives are pure, the divine has chosen you as a vessel of this hidden stream. You'll notice the old mindsets begin to crumble. Scarcity thinking will no longer feel familiar. Fear-based decisions will feel foreign. Because you've stepped into a new dimension, and that frequency cannot coexist with lack. You'll catch yourself thinking bigger, dreaming bolder, expecting miracles as normal. And that shift will be the evidence that something sacred has broken open. Don't look for proof in the outer world. Look for it in your inner posture. The peace, the clarity, the rising confidence. That's the wealth showing up ahead of time. That's the signal that you're already connected to what's coming. You don't have to force it. You don't have to chase it. You just have to be it. And the world will catch up. You'll also find that resistance no longer holds power over you. Where once fear paralyzed you, now courage leads you. Where once confusion clouded you, now insight shines through. That's because the hidden source of wealth isn't external. It's within you. You're not being led to something far away. You're being guided back to your original self. The you who knew your worth before the world taught you to doubt it. And from that place, from that alignment, all things begin to move. The job opportunity, the unexpected check, the investor, the breakthrough, the sudden solution, the email that changes everything, it's all being magnetized to your energy. You'll be shocked at how easily it comes, but you'll also realize deep down that you were always meant for this. This is a homecoming, a return to flow, a return to provision, a return to divine design. You were never off path. You were being prepared. And now, what was hidden has no choice but to rise and reveal itself to the one it was meant for, you. Stay faithful. Stay expectant. Stay open. Because the next thing that finds you might be the exact door that brings your entire destiny into full view. The path ahead of you is beginning to glow with clarity. The fog is lifting. The confusion you once felt is transforming into certainty. Not because every detail is figured out, but because your spirit now knows that something divinely orchestrated is guiding you step by step. You can feel it in your bones. You can sense it in your breath. The hidden source of wealth that was once sealed tight is now in motion, loosening, opening, finding its way into the visible parts of your life. You are in a sacred phase of becoming. This is the moment in your story where everything begins to respond to your growth. The internal shift you've made, the mindset you've cultivated, the strength you've forged, the faith you've held onto, has changed your frequency. And because your energy has changed, your environment is about to change. The wealth that was previously invisible is now making itself known, but only because you've finally become aligned with it. You're no longer resisting it. You're no longer doubting if it's yours. You know now. You're sure. And that unshakable knowing is the gateway. This hidden source has always been near, moving with you through every season, waiting for your energy to rise high enough to meet it. It wasn't missing. It wasn't taken. It was waiting. Protected. Reserved. Shielded from circumstances that could have spoiled it or stolen it. Shielded from versions of you that hadn't yet stepped fully into your power. And now, that shield is being lifted. Now the divine is saying, It's time. You might not know exactly what it looks like, but you will know how it feels. There will be peace in your gut when it shows up. There will be a deep internal yes that echoes through your spirit. There will be alignment, not just in words, but in action, in energy, in timing. That's how you'll know you found it. Or rather, that it has found you. And as it begins to unfold, you'll start noticing the acceleration. What used to take months will happen in days. What once felt blocked will begin to flow. What was delayed will be delivered. You'll be in rooms you didn't expect. You'll receive offers you didn't chase. You'll attract people and opportunities that seem like they were tailor-made for your vision. And that's because they were. This is not coincidence. It's divine choreography. You are now moving through doors designed for your unique frequency. These aren't doors you can knock down with effort. They open automatically when your energy matches their frequency. That's why the inner work you've done is the true treasure. Because without that transformation, the outer wealth would have been temporary. But now, because you're aligned, what you receive will be lasting. It will build upon itself. It will expand without exhausting you. You are no longer operating in survival. You've entered a realm of overflow. That doesn't mean you won't have challenges, but it does mean the way you respond to them has changed. You now carry solutions. You now walk in wisdom. And wealth follows those who are deeply rooted in purpose. This hidden source may be revealed in surprising ways. A chance meeting that leads to a life-altering connection. An idea that seems small at first, but grows into something massive. A shift in how you speak, how you show up, how you see yourself. And that shift alone unlocks a level you didn't know existed. It's often not loud or flashy. Sometimes the most powerful blessings come wrapped in ordinary moments. But you'll feel the divine in it. You'll feel the timing. And you'll know, this is it. This is the energy of divine confirmation. When your external world begins to echo the internal truth you've been nurturing. When the signs multiply. When the opportunities appear to align effortlessly. You're not imagining it. This is the wealth surfacing. The time you've waited for. The moment your patience, your obedience, your vision is rewarded. And when it comes, don't shrink back. Don't question if you're ready. You are ready. You are the reason this wealth remained hidden for so long. It was waiting for your arrival. It was waiting for you to own your identity fully. The one who is confident, powerful, intuitive, bold. The one who doesn't need validation to move. The one who acts because they know they're guided. That version of you is here now. And because of that, the wealth that matches you is here too. This source is not only showing up, it's multiplying. As soon as you embrace it, it will begin to branch out. One opportunity will lead to 3 more. One aligned decision will unlock 5 more doors. That's the nature of divine wealth. It's exponential. And you, chosen one, are walking in that flow now. So don't be surprised when your intuition becomes sharper, when your dreams become clearer, when your ideas begin to demand action. This is all part of the revealing. The wealth is not only material, it's also instructional. It brings direction, clarity, and power. It's a whisper from the divine that says, "You're closer than you think." Let that truth anchor you. Let it carry you through the moments when doubt tries to sneak in. Because the old you would have hesitated. The old you might have backed away. But not anymore. You've evolved. You've been refined by fire. And now you're pure enough in spirit to handle the kind of wealth that builds empires, heals lineages, and blesses thousands. And you don't need everyone to understand. This season isn't about explaining. It's about walking. It's about doing. It's about embodying your calling so clearly that those who are meant to find you are drawn in by your light alone. Let the results speak for you. Let the shift speak for itself. Because when this hidden wealth reaches the surface, the impact will be visible to all, even those who never believed in you. You were never out of time. You were being aligned. You were never behind. You were being refined. And now, everything you need is moving toward you, guided by forces seen and unseen, pulled by the gravity of your purpose. Let your spirit remain open. Let your heart stay expectant. Let your energy stay elevated. Because what's unfolding right now is a once-hidden masterpiece, and you are the one it was made for. There is a divine stillness right before a breakthrough fully settles into the physical, a moment where the air itself feels charged, where time feels slower, but not stagnant. It's a pause that carries purpose, a breath taken before the full expression of what has long been in motion. Chosen one, this is the breath before your breakthrough. You are standing in the final seconds before a wave of abundance, once hidden and protected, crashes into your life and changes your direction forever. You can feel it now, can't you? The restlessness has turned into readiness. The weight you carried for so long has quietly lifted. The questions that once echoed in your mind have gone silent, not because the answers are obvious, but because they no longer matter. You've stepped into a deeper trust, a knowing that doesn't need to control or figure everything out. And in that surrender, you have become magnetic to miracles. This hidden source of wealth, this long-protected flow, is not just showing up, it is anchoring into your life. No more fleeting blessings, no more temporary wins. This time, what's arriving is staying. It's rooted, it's real, and it's forming the foundation of your next chapter. A chapter where you are not defined by what you lack, but by the truth of what you carry. You are no longer searching, you are standing. You are no longer asking, you are receiving. There is something sacred about the way this blessing is revealing itself. It's not loud, it's not chaotic, it's precise, it's graceful, it feels like alignment, it feels like peace, and it's arriving in a way that only you can recognize, because it speaks the language of your soul. It carries memories of your silent prayers, your tearful nights, your determined days. It carries the scent of your persistence, the light of your hope, the energy of your endurance. This wealth doesn't just know where you are, it knows who you are. And because of that, it fits you perfectly. This isn't something you'll have to grow into. You've already grown. This wealth was designed for the version of you who stands here today, clear, strong, healed, aligned. You've passed through fire and emerged golden. And now, your life will reflect the richness you've cultivated internally. Chosen one, you'll receive a financial breakthrough. God decided. You didn't survive all those challenges just to watch opportunities slip through your fingers. You are not destined to live in lack or be overlooked. You are chosen. And because you are chosen, a financial breakthrough has been divinely assigned to your life. This isn't a maybe. This isn't wishful thinking. This is a spiritual declaration from above. God has decided. The universe has aligned. The breakthrough that will shift your entire financial reality is already moving toward you. And it's not small. It's not temporary. It is powerful. It is permanent. It is personal. You are about to witness how your obedience, patience, and unshakable faith lead to the overflow. Chosen one, this is your moment. Watch this video all the way through, because what you're about to hear will not only confirm what your soul already knows, it will charge your spirit to receive it. Drop your warmest wishes in the comments and type 99 to energize the power of the universe. This is a chapter about wishes coming true. The energy of fulfillment is activated when you speak, when you write, when you believe. Don't hold back. Speak your blessings into being. Write it out. Believe that it's already happening, because it is. Now, chosen one, like this video. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and let's begin. You've felt it coming, haven't you? That shift in the atmosphere, that change in your spirit. You've been waking up with a different kind of hope. You've been walking around with this deep sense that something is about to happen, even if nothing has changed yet. That's not your imagination. That's your inner spirit aligning with divine timing. God has been moving behind the scenes on your behalf. The doors that were once locked are about to swing open. And when they do, you won't just walk through them, you will run, because what's waiting for you on the other side will blow your mind. You are on the verge of a financial transformation that will not only provide what you need, but elevate you into what you desire. This breakthrough is not just about money. It's about release. It's about restoration. It's about divine reversal. All the times you were denied, all the seasons where you had to go without, every moment you cried in silence, those were not in vain. They were deposits into your future blessing. God saw it all, and now the payback has been scheduled. You are stepping into a season where resources will find you, where unexpected checks, divine connections, and supernatural provision will become your new normal, where what used to be a struggle will suddenly become easy. Not because life changed, but because your frequency did, your alignment did, your destiny decided it was time. You've carried the burden long enough. You've done your part. You've prayed, you've worked, you've sacrificed, and most importantly, you've believed even when it didn't make sense. That's what makes you different. That's what qualifies you. You didn't lose faith when everything fell apart. You didn't stop dreaming when the money ran out. You didn't give up when people left. You stayed the course. And that loyalty to your divine calling, even when it was uncomfortable, has positioned you for reward. Not just any reward, but a breakthrough that will touch every area of your life. Chosen one, you are about to experience what it means to receive without chasing, to attract without begging, to overflow without explanation. This blessing is not coming through your effort. It's coming through your energy. Your belief has magnetized abundance. Your soul has called it in. You are a vibrational match for wealth now. That's why things are starting to move. That's why the tension is rising. Right before the blessing arrives, life will always shake. But don't be afraid. That shaking is just the sound of what no longer fits falling away, making room for what's coming. And what's coming is bigger than you imagined. There will be people who try to figure it out, who question how everything changed for you so fast, who wonder why you, why now, why them. But they won't understand, because they didn't see the battle. They didn't see you sowing in secret, praying in silence, holding on to promises that seemed delayed. They didn't see the spiritual warfare you fought just to stay alive, just to keep believing. But God saw. Heaven recorded every tear, every seed, every selfless act. And now, heaven is repaying you with interest. This isn't just a check in the mail. This is divine compensation. This is inheritance. This is redemption. It's everything you were owed and everything they tried to take, multiplied and returned in a way that no man can stop. You will not only receive wealth, you will sustain it. You will multiply it. You will bless others with it. Because this time, your hands are prepared. Your mind is disciplined. Your heart is aligned. And your soul is open. That's why God waited until now. Because now, you're ready. And once God decides, nothing and no one can delay it. You're not going back to financial survival. You're moving into financial sovereignty. The kind where you are no longer a slave to bills or fear or limitations. You are entering a level where wealth flows toward you effortlessly, through divine ideas, open opportunities, unexpected partnerships, and supernatural surprises. And when it happens, it won't feel like struggle. It'll feel like arrival, like you finally stepped into the timeline you were born for, like you're no longer waiting for abundance, because you've become it. And yes, it will come fast. Yes, it will feel sudden. Yes, it will be overwhelming at first. But remember, it's not sudden to heaven. It's right on time. You may have thought you were behind. You may have believed the lie that it was too late. But heaven doesn't operate on human clocks. God has decided this is your moment. And when God decides, everything begins to shift. Every delay becomes divine. Every rejection becomes redirection. Every closed door becomes protection. And every obstacle becomes the very pathway into your overflow. You didn't lose anything. Not really. What looked like loss was actually making space. The relationships that ended, the jobs that dried up, the deals that didn't go through, all of it was part of the rearrangement. God was pulling you out of places that couldn't hold the level of wealth you're about to carry. That's why you had to be set apart. That's why it got quiet. That's why you felt alone. Because before God blesses you publicly, He separates you privately. And now that the isolation has done its work, now that your character has been strengthened, now that your vision has matured, the reward is ready. And so are you. Chosen one, you are about to be known for wealth, not greed, not materialism, but divine wealth, kingdom wealth. The kind of wealth that changes bloodlines, that breaks generational poverty, that inspires others to believe, that brings glory to the source. This is legacy wealth, and it's yours. It's been waiting for you to believe it, to claim it, to prepare for it, and now you are. That's why this message found you. That's why your heart is racing. That's why your spirit is stirred. Because this is your confirmation. This is your sign. This is your release. So breathe, relax, receive. Your financial breakthrough is not a fantasy. It is your next reality, and it's unfolding even now. Don't look for evidence in the physical. Feel it in the spiritual. Trust that the details are being organized. Trust that the people you need are being aligned. Trust that the doors are already unlocked. You don't have to force it. You don't have to figure it out. Just flow. Just walk. Just believe. Because God has decided. And when God decides, it is done. You didn't imagine this. You didn't make it up. That stirring you feel, that knowing in your gut, that feeling that something is about to shift, it's all real. It's been building, quietly and steadily, even when nothing in your life showed signs of change. You see, the process of breakthrough often begins in the invisible. The foundation of your next chapter was being poured underneath the surface. And now, that foundation is strong enough to hold what's coming. You're not stepping into this breakthrough empty-handed. You're bringing every ounce of wisdom, endurance, and resilience that your journey gave you. That's why this time, it's going to last. This financial breakthrough isn't about luck. It's about alignment. You've aligned with your higher purpose. You've walked through the fire and didn't let it burn away your faith. And that faith? That's your currency in the spiritual realm. That's what opened this portal of abundance for you. Because you didn't stop believing, you are being rewarded with more than just enough. You're being trusted with overflow, with influence, with the kind of provision that will extend beyond your own life and touch others. You're not just receiving for you, you're receiving for everyone connected to you. Let's be clear. This is not a normal season. This is a supernatural one. What's happening to you is not what happens to most. You're not just catching a break. You're being elevated into a completely new dimension of living. This new level comes with clarity, with opportunity, and with supernatural favor. Things that used to be hard are going to become easy. Things that used to be delayed will suddenly accelerate. It will feel like things are falling into your lap, but they're not. They're falling into place. They're falling in divine order, just as they were meant to. There are people right now being positioned to bless you. People you haven't even met yet. People whose names you don't know yet. but they are being drawn to you, to your energy, your presence, your light. You're going to find yourself at the right place at the right time, not because of coincidence, but because divine timing is real. You won't need to chase after what's already yours. You'll attract it by being in alignment with your truth, by staying faithful to your vision, and by refusing to let fear dictate your decisions. You've reached the point where you're no longer available for lack. You've grown too much to settle for survival. You've stepped out of the cycle of lack mentality and into the energy of wealth, and that shift has changed everything. You don't need to beg for what's already yours. You only need to prepare for it, believe in it, and walk like it's done. That's the energy that's going to move mountains. That's the power that's going to call forth the resources, the ideas, the open doors. You are not waiting anymore. You are receiving. Chosen one, your future has already been written. It's not being decided in this moment. It's being revealed. What was hidden from you before is now being uncovered. There were reasons you couldn't see it clearly. There were lessons to learn, energies to release, perspectives to gain. You had to learn who you were without the money before you could be trusted with it. And now that you know your worth without it, you will never be ruled by it. That's why your blessing is safe in your hands, because your heart is pure and your intention is aligned. There are blessings that were blocked until now, not because you weren't worthy, but because they were timed for maximum impact. What's about to enter your life is going to touch every area. Finances, yes, but also relationships, health, peace of mind, and divine purpose. It's all interconnected. And the moment your energy shifted, all of it started moving toward you. You're walking into a divine setup, one you couldn't have planned if you tried. Your obedience has opened doors that hustle never could. There's nothing random about your current season. Every disappointment, every closed door, every redirection, it all had purpose. It wasn't punishment. It was preparation. You weren't being denied. You were being developed. And now that the development season is over, you are stepping into divine delivery. You didn't miss your moment. You didn't fall behind. You are exactly where you need to be for this breakthrough to meet you. And the breakthrough will be unmistakable. There will be no doubt that this was God, that this was orchestrated from a higher realm. Because when it happens, it won't make logical sense. It will exceed your expectations. It will silence your doubts. It will quiet the voices that told you to give up. It will be so big, so undeniable, that it will not only bless you, it will become a testimony for others. People will look at you and say, if it happened for them, maybe it can happen for me. Your breakthrough will become someone else's faith trigger. This is bigger than bills being paid. This is about financial peace. This is about walking into rooms and knowing you belong there. This is about no longer shrinking to make others comfortable. This is about walking in confidence, knowing that you are favored, chosen, and blessed. You are being called to operate from a new frequency. One of ease, one of trust, one of power. You no longer need to hustle for your worth. You are worthy because you exist. You are chosen because your spirit was built for more. And you know it. Deep down, you've always known that you were meant for something greater. That you weren't built to play small or just survive. That you were designed to overflow. That knowing is what kept you going when nothing made sense. That inner fire is what led you here. And now, it's time. Not later. Not eventually. Now your breakthrough has been activated. Your inheritance is being released. Your harvest is due. Don't worry about how. Don't get caught up in the details. God doesn't need your logic, only your faith. Just keep showing up. Keep believing. Keep preparing. Make space in your life for the miracle. Make space in your mind for the overflow. Make space in your spirit for the new normal. Because it's coming. It's closer than you think. It's already been dispatched. And it has your name on it. You are about to walk into rooms you only dreamed of. You are about to be offered opportunities that others fought for. You are about to receive calls that change everything. You are about to see the fruit of seeds you forgot you planted. That's how good this next season is going to be. So don't shrink. Don't question it. Don't sabotage it by thinking small. Receive it fully, boldly, joyfully. Chosen one, you are stepping into divine reward, and nothing can stop it. Not the economy, not the doubt of others, not your past mistakes, not even your own fears. Because when God decides, it's final. The yes has already been stamped. The flow has already been released. You're not chasing. You're attracting. You're not hoping. You're receiving. You're not guessing. You're aligning. The wait is over, and the breakthrough is here. You didn't wait all this time just to receive something small. You didn't endure the silence, the confusion, the delay, just to get crumbs. No, chosen one. The breakthrough that's arriving is major. It's monumental. It's the kind that rewrites the entire story. You've been living in a chapter that was filled with lessons, but now the page is turning. This next part of your life will feel like compensation. It will feel like divine justice. Because when God decides it's your time, nothing stays the same. And your time is now. You are entering a level where you don't chase. You command. Not by force, but by frequency. You've elevated your vibration. You've stayed true to your soul. And now, the universe recognizes your energy. The things you used to struggle for will now flow toward you. And not because something outside of you changed, but because you did. You shifted. You grew. You healed. You surrendered. And that surrender was the key that unlocked the vault. There were moments you almost gave up. Moments when the wait felt too long, when the pressure felt too heavy, when the hope started to dim. But even then, deep inside you, there was a quiet voice, that knowing, whispering, keep going. Something greater is coming. That whisper was your truth. That was your divine GPS reminding you that destiny never left. It just needed time to mature. And now that you're ready, the release can no longer be delayed. Financial breakthrough is not just about money showing up. It's about power returning to your life. It's about choice, freedom, the ability to create, to bless, to expand, to rest. It's about no longer being bound by worry. It's about waking up and knowing you're supported, that you have more than enough, that your needs are met with ease, that your ideas are funded, that your dreams are backed by divine provision. This is where you stop surviving and start designing. Designing a life that reflects your worth, that aligns with your purpose, that honors your spirit. You weren't meant to constantly hustle just to make ends meet. You were meant to flow in your gift, to serve from your heart, to create from your soul. And now that the breakthrough has arrived, you will have the space, the resources, and the clarity to do just that, without stress, without lack, without fear. There are financial doors that were locked until now, doors that no man could open, because they were spiritual doors. These doors respond to obedience, to faith, to alignment, and you've met the conditions. You passed the tests. You've remained pure in heart, even when bitterness tried to creep in. You stayed generous, even when you barely had enough for yourself. You kept showing up, kept giving, kept believing. And now, those locked doors are opening, one by one, fast, effortlessly. Suddenly, you'll receive news that shifts everything. Suddenly, you'll be presented with options you never considered. Suddenly, you'll see provision in places that were once dry. And it'll feel like overnight success. But it wasn't overnight. It was built in silence, in struggle, in stillness. And now, it's showing up with interest. Chosen one, the reason you had to wait wasn't because you weren't worthy. It was because what you're receiving is big. And big things take time to prepare. Your future needed time to build the stage. And now the stage is set. The spotlight is shifting toward you. And when it hits, the world will not be able to deny your light. You were hidden for a reason. Protected, sheltered, isolated. Not to punish you, but to preserve you. To keep you from premature exposure. To shield you while you strengthened. Because what's coming requires power, responsibility, discernment. You are not just receiving finances. You are receiving spiritual authority over wealth. You are becoming a steward, a conduit for divine abundance. People will look at you and not understand how you rose, how you succeeded, how you went from overlooked to overflowing. And they won't understand because they didn't see the depth of your journey. They didn't feel the weight you carried. They don't know what it costs to keep believing. But you know, and God knows, and heaven is proud of you, because you stayed grounded when the storm tried to shake you, because you kept your heart soft in a world that tried to harden it, because you remembered who you are, even when life tried to make you forget. And now you rise, now you collect. Now you walk in the fullness of who you were always meant to be. You are not arriving empty. You are arriving empowered. You are bringing with you wisdom, strength, humility, and grace. You are not just walking into wealth. You're walking into divine positioning, into expansion, into destiny. Your relationship with money is being healed. Where there was fear, there is now peace. Where there was stress, there is now stability. Where there was survival, there is now sovereignty. This new level of wealth is not just about having money. It's about embodying wealth, becoming the vibration of abundance, walking into every room knowing you're backed by heaven, that your value doesn't fluctuate with your bank account, that your identity is secure no matter what. You are not here to scrape by. You are here to thrive, to flourish, to experience the fullness of life. And every dollar that is coming to you will carry purpose. Every opportunity will be saturated with meaning. You will be blessed to be a blessing. You will receive freely and give freely, because your cup will never run dry. You will no longer ask, "How will I make it?" Instead, you'll ask, "Who can I bless today?" That's the level of overflow you're walking into. This is the turning point. This is where the narrative changes. This is where you stop telling the story of struggle and start living the story of breakthrough. This is where the manifestation becomes real. This is where your spirit says, "Finally," and everything around you begins to respond. People will start treating you differently, not because you've changed, but because your energy has. You're no longer vibrating on the level of worry and waiting. You're vibrating on the level of worthiness and wealth. That's what makes you magnetic. That's why favor is following you. That's why doors are opening. Because you're aligned now. And alignment is the key that opens what force never could. You're no longer trying to prove anything. You're no longer trying to earn what's already yours. You're no longer waiting for permission. You are walking like it's already done, because it is. The decision has already been made. God decided. Heaven agreed. The universe is responding. It's happening. It's flowing. It's arriving. You are the receiver. You are the vessel. You are the testimony. Chosen one, get ready. Your financial breakthrough is not around the corner. It's here. It's now. And it's only the beginning of a life that's about to overflow with favor, freedom, and divine fortune. There comes a moment in the chosen one's life where the past no longer holds power. That moment is now. You've crossed an invisible threshold, one where your energy no longer matches struggle, lack, or delay. You are no longer available for it. And because of that shift, everything in the universe is adjusting. The money you once had to chase is now chasing you. The opportunities you once had to plead for are now requesting your presence. Your life is starting to look like your prayers, not because something outside of you changed, but because your inner world transformed. You're not looking for signs anymore. You are the sign. You carry the frequency of breakthrough now. You are no longer trying to attract wealth through desperation. You are attracting it through alignment. This isn't a matter of if anymore. It's a matter of flow. You are in the stream of divine provision. You're not forcing it. You're not hustling for it. You're walking in such confidence that your very presence opens financial gates. That's the difference between someone hoping and someone chosen. Hope waits. The chosen one expects. This financial breakthrough isn't loud. It's not chaotic. It's calm. It's certain. It's quiet power. The kind of abundance that doesn't need to scream. The kind that moves in silence but speaks in results. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Your life will speak. Your energy will confirm what God already decided. That's why you feel so grounded right now. Why your heart feels peaceful, even before the money shows up. Because on a soul level, you already know. It's done. Let the world speculate. Let them guess. Let them wonder how everything suddenly fell into place for you. But you'll know. It wasn't sudden. It was scheduled. It was decided. Every no was a redirect. Every loss was a release. Every delay was a download in disguise. The system you were trying to fit into couldn't contain what's in you. That's why it rejected you. Not because you lacked value, but because your value was too great for those small spaces. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to break through. And now it's not just about receiving money. It's about carrying the mantle of wealth with purpose. This is not about vanity. This is about vision. The money you are about to receive has divine assignments attached to it. It will fund more than your needs. It will fuel missions. It will unlock dreams. It will shift family dynamics. It will rewrite history. That's why it's coming to you and not to someone else. Because God can trust you. The universe recognizes your integrity. You are a portal for prosperity. This blessing is permanent, not seasonal, not temporary. This isn't the kind of breakthrough that gives for a moment and disappears. This is sustained overflow, the kind of wealth that stabilizes your foundation and then lifts you higher. You are being moved from uncertainty into unshakable confidence. You are being positioned in such a way that financial stress becomes a thing of the past. And once it's gone, it won't return. Not because you got lucky, but because you were chosen to break the cycle, not just escape it. There's a different kind of glow that rests on those who are in divine alignment. That glow is on you now. You are radiating security, peace, and readiness. And when your energy becomes that magnetic, doors open without you knocking. You don't have to force meetings or beg for favor. The people who are meant to support you will find you. They're already being drawn to you, not by your effort, but by your essence. That's how breakthroughs work when they're spiritually assigned. They defy logic. They skip steps. They don't need approval from systems or structures. They arrive through divine channels. And this breakthrough that's coming to you, it's been in motion for a long time. It's only now catching up with your current frequency. You've elevated. You've expanded. You've matured. And now, your external world is catching up with your internal growth. Chosen one, you are going to look around one day very soon and realize everything changed. But not gradually, not in a predictable timeline. Suddenly, you'll realize you're living in your answered prayer. You'll look back and wonder how it all came together so perfectly, and the truth will hit you. It was never random. Every moment was orchestrated. Every closed door was sacred. Every heartbreak, every struggle, every breakdown. It all had purpose. You weren't being punished. You were being positioned. This financial breakthrough isn't just provision. It's proof. Proof that faith works. Proof that you are never forgotten. Proof that your journey mattered. People may not have understood your path, but they will respect your outcome. And more importantly, they will feel your peace. Because there is nothing more powerful than a soul at peace, a heart in alignment, and a bank account that reflects divine abundance. You are walking into a season where you no longer measure wealth by numbers alone. You measure it by how free you feel, how creative you are, how supported you are in your calling, how generous you've become. That's the kind of wealth you're stepping into. The kind that feels like ease. The kind that matches your soul. The kind that doesn't stress you out but empowers you. Your environment will begin to change. The way people speak to you will change. The way you walk into rooms will shift. You won't flinch when bills come. You won't panic at the thought of the future. Because you'll know. You're backed. You're covered. You're supplied. That kind of stability creates a new level of confidence. You'll no longer question if you're capable. You'll move as someone who's already there.